Look at this little fella. Look at him. Look at him. Welcome back to ABV TV, where I drink beer on the internet. Today we are drinking from Pinnacle Drinks Stubbie, an Australian-made Stubbie. The bottle looks very much like a VB bottle. I'm not too sure how this one's going to go, to be perfectly honest. I was a little hesitant when I got this beer, but I got this beer cheap, well, thanks to BWS in their 100 Days of Summer app game thing. Let's give it a shot. Firstly, it's a twist top. It's a twist top. That's how fucking Australian it is. It's a twist top. Unbelievable. He goes nothing. Because it looks like a VB bottle, I'm expecting something kind of shit like VB. I'm actually quite nervous about drinking this because I'm afraid it's going to be horrible, and then I'm going to have to post this. God. Anyway, let's have a look. Color wise, it's actually pretty good. It's like a nice straw. Clarity's really good on this one. Bit of a white head. Aroma wise, I'm getting a little bit of kind of like a bready malt. A little sweet. There sounds to be something a little bit in there, almost like a, I was gonna say like a citrus zest, but I could be completely wrong. But let's taste it and find out. Okay, so that's not as bad as I was expecting. It's quite light. That citrus zest does come through a little bit in the flavors. More lemon is probably what I'm picking up. Very slight lemon. That bready maltness, bit of sweetness in there. It's actually kind of refreshing. This is actually surprisingly better than what I thought it was going to be. I was really expecting a typical Australian bitter or lager, something that's very malt driven, heavy, not much flavour to it, but this is, it's actually quite nice. As I said, this was dirt cheap, and look, I was thrown by the novelty of a little stubby and the fact that it is called Stubbie. And look, because it was dirt cheap. Why not give it a shot? Why not give it a crack, I thought. And I thought, well, may as well film it and put it on YouTube. There's a truck going past. I don't know if that gets picked up. And yeah, it's actually not that bad. I kind of think this is, this is probably the kind of beer that your non-beer drinking and craft beer drinking friends would probably bring around to your place for a barbecue over summer. They'd bring this thinking this was craft beer, and that knowing that you like craft beer and thinking that was one and the same. But I tell you what, if someone brought this over and left in my fridge, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't turf it by no stretch of the imagination. In fact, I could drink this after like mowing the lawn or spending a day out in the garden, smashing one or two of these down, that could actually be quite enjoyable. So the fact that it is quite light, it does sort of remind me more of it's kind of a bit of a Kolsch kind of a feel to it and a flavour to it. Excuse me, bit of bubbles, bit of burping. I'm not too sure exactly what the style is. I have done absolutely zero research on this one. I just thought I'd just crack it open and film it and see how we go. But yeah, pretty good. But yeah, so style-wise, Kolsch light lager, somewhere along those lines, I'm thinking. But yeah, this could be a really good lawnmower beer. To the point because I think I may even keep some in the fridge purely for that occasion. Yeah, I'm a little bit blown away by how not bad this beer is. So, Pinnacle drinks out of Surrey Hills. They do a lot of that faux craft beer. Is probably the best way I'll describe this brand. So I think that Xylos, Ethos, that range is by these guys. There's a new range, X, I think it's called. I think Free Organic Lager is those guys. They make a bunch of beers that are under the name of craft beer, when it's a massive, big produced beer. I think Pinnacle Drinks is owned by Woolworths, which makes sense because I found it's at BWS, as I said before. But yeah, it's not the worst thing that you'll have in your fridge. It's not too bad at all. So Stubby, go out and give him a shot. He's actually not that bad.